Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News. Baby dolls, Bitcoin has come back to reclaim 100,000 American dollars. We get to live the dream over and over again. We are waiting for this weekend to pass on through $100,000. I've got some juicy, sexy news for you today. Remember, I had my emergency, critically urgent nuclear holocaust announcement. They found information that Richard Heart's suspected wallets did the executive vote approval. You're like, whoa, the word executive means like it's someone big. Yes, so pretty much approving PulseX, and Hex to be used for collateral. Also, there's PMaker to be used for collateral. So those 4 tokens. Now, I think I saw somewhere in the tweets, it was something to do with Richard implemented the code. They put the code in. Could mean that maybe they want to get a move on. That could just also mean that, because obviously it would have been nice if the community made the code and then like true to the ethos of everything and then he accepts it. Maybe, but that might be too much back and forth, okay? Because now we're literally at the end of the year. It's December. And Richard, he likes, he's smart, friends. He don't know if you know this yet, but he likes to give Christmas presents. I've noticed he likes stuff occurring around Christmas. You remember the PulseChain sacrifice? Okay, you remember? I think there was some in 2020 there was like December moves for Hex. And funny enough, friends, luckily this is literally the highest value content in crypto. It's not even up for a question. It's not even up for the debate anymore. Okay, no questioning, no debate. All right, look at this stuff I can just recite here for you. We are going to December. Look at this, December, friends. During Christmas, wow, this thing over the holidays, Hex does a 150% rally. You know what I mean? Like, I know it could be random or it could be on purpose by design. It's wonderful. So Christmas, right? We also had the PulseX sacrifice that happened around in Christmas event. Look at Hex around in Christmas. Look at it started pumping up 70% into the PulseX sacrifice, which is done around here. I'm wondering now, we're coming in, right? It's the Bitcoin halving year. Are we going to get a nice move into Christmas? Also, is PEPE going to we're going to get more moves done, okay? I'm going to go through the news later on as well, but the quick summary of it, so literally it's at the tip of everyone's tongue. Everyone's making a joke out of it, and 90% of PulseChain community themselves still completely fading it, even though there's all these like on-chain evidence, data. And look, man, I'm happy, friends. Yeah, it's okay to accept the world where, all right, maybe they screwed up a bit of their on-chain reading. But you can't screw up this chart, Habib. You can't screw up this chart. It's almost at 3.2 cents. Man, here we go. So there's one big step move left to do. That is the origin address tokens moving. Like that is the equivalent of Richard tweeting, "It's me." Okay, that's the same. That's the exact equivalent. Okay, if the origin address tokens start moving a bit into the vaults, it's literally that's it. There will be just a few cuckoo people who will either say, hey, Richard's been compromised, okay? There'll be those cuckoo people. But also, there will be, remember I said, friends, there will be the next phase of the narrative, which I believe we're already starting to see. If Origin address moves the coins, friends, I'm not joking, this thing should be like, it should be like 30 cents. It should be, to be honest. But even if it's like 20 cents or 10 cents, let's say it's 10 cents, people will then say, oh, you're only going to make a 10x and then it's over. Like, you should hold the core coin. So it's just showing you how contrarian it is. It means like basically the market's too cheap for the mind share that people occupy. But I understand because no one's ever seen anything like this. And by the way, I can't even say it's really too cheap. Habib, look how much we've run. Friends, we've literally run 12x since October. Oh my gosh. Like in a month and a half, we did a 12x freaking run. What did it do here? This is interesting to see. What did it do? Man, it did a 30x run from the bottom to the top. So I'm wondering, man, that's a 20x. Where would a 30x run take us? It would be like a 4.2 cents. But that was also during these bearish poopy times. Now Bitcoin's 100K. So if we go through most of the macro stuff, which we're very, very in tune with. Remember, every day we carefully watch the others BTC ratio. It's still confirmed green. A lot of coins have thrusted up. Maybe I'll get through it as well. Friends, just to let you know, meme coins have actually started coming back, which shocked me. I was like, man, maybe meme coins are going to take another 6 months to accumulate. No, the data is showing, especially with PEPE, that meme coins started moving back. While we're actually here, I'll show you, just to give you an idea of what's been going on, man. I'll show you PEPE. And man, this is awesome. This thing is ripping. Check this out. This is a daily chart. PEPE just comes. Still, friends, get used to this pattern in the bull market, by the way. Things move up, and then you have everyone calling the top. This is a flag. This is a flag. And then when it's finally done, bang. That's what we do right now. Okay, that's a flag. You just get used to that pattern. You're going to see that over and over and over again. Trying to call the top in bull market, you get absolutely destroyed because you always think it's a top. It's slowing down, slowing down, slowing down, and you just have the shock up moves. Remember, PEPE is now bigger than American Airlines. Now, I'd like to ask you the question. Would you like to own all the PEPE coins or an entire airline? Of course, all the mid-curvers will say an airline. But you know here, because you watch my channel, friends, you know that is a mid-curve trap, okay? You are buying into a network. You're joining the revolution that's in the eyes of everyone out here. How far does it go? Well, I would personally love to see PEPE at 100 billion. And that's really going to open up opportunity as well. So you have all like the PEPE family stuff, friends, like Landwolf, still in this sideways accumulation stuff. Still waiting to see. I even saw there's been some new videos that they've made as well, which is from the Landwolf community, man. There's doing some fire hot memes. But yes, I wonder if Ethereum is going to come and do the resurgence. Remember, man, ETH BTC event is still 0.04, which we'll look at right now. So it's still in like red territory. So even though like, you know, PEPE and some things are like leading the charge, man, flip this screen, dude. We need to flip this screen. Did you notice how as soon as others BTC, the first week it flipped green, literally this week, you just have like this awakening moment, like, whoa, I'm so optimistic for the future. Yeah, because I'm showing you the data. Things are thrusting up. And you're basically at that point where you can actually buy high. You can buy high, but you're not really buying high. You're buying high on like, you know, maybe daily charts, but on monthly and weekly charts, you're not buying high at all if you look at the macro timeframes. So you get to see this is a very, very unique moment when you look at it in the grand scheme of things. Where is Ethereum heading up to from here? I'm hoping for this point. There's a Fibonacci level here on the linear chart, but I've just got the log levels because screw everybody, friends. We deserve way, way, way higher. Ethereum's right here around $4,000. You can just see it's ready to do that cup thing. It's ready to go and smash up. That'll be nice. I think we're still going to get that 40% flash move, an actual flash move. All right. I just look, man. I've just seen it. The amount of beatings this thing took down, like Ethereum, it has to come back, dude. It not just has to come back, like rip. And I mean like bang, 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 bang. Like rip as in where I get to just tag people on Twitter going, hey, I thought Ethereum was going to zero and stuff like that. I don't waste my time doing that, but like other people will do that for me, by the way. Other people out there in crypto Twitter, they'll just basically come back with a vengeance and just embarrass all these people. I have all the receipts as well, which is funny. Just so you know, for some of these people, billionaires, bro. So some of these people, they're billionaires, they're OGs. They made heaps back in the day. Like they understand the crypto stuff. But when you just, I have all this junk out here. I'm thinking, bro, how did you make it in crypto? You don't understand buy low, sell high. This thing just keeps getting lower and lower. Yeah. Welcome to market cycles, man. Like you've been here longer than me. You still didn't figure out selling in a Bitcoin halving year is literally retarded. You're a retardio. Making any conclusion about any coin in a Bitcoin halving year is the worst thing you can do. Literally, you would have missed out on Matic. You would have missed out on Doge. You would have missed out on Hex as well because Hex versus ETH was low in at the end of 2020 when I was buying as well. So yeah, I don't know what are these people doing? You know, are they too rich to care? Maybe they're just not skilled enough. They're not watching the highest value content in crypto. We'll see. Now, first, of course, my biggest news of the day, friends. Richard Hart suspected origin address. Nibble peggings will be everywhere. And my recent nuclear holocaust breaking news, friends. You've never seen a message like this from me. This is, I can't believe, man. This is actually happening so far. We have all the memes going on. Whee! So it's absolutely going wild. Just got to tell you as well, friends. You got to be paranoid in this game. Like, you know when I make these posts, I remember I was sitting there. Okay, I was sitting in the car, I'm reading these tweets, and I'm like, man, I want to wait just 5 minutes. I was in disbelief. I'm like, man, this is why I think it's actually real, friends. This was the first time in any of the pDAI stuff I sat there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm really, really nervous about this one. Let's just check that the chain, let's like quadruple check that the stuff is real. You know, so if I waited and there's still a confirmation they haven't done anything wrong, I was like, wow, because just to let you know, okay, this is a deja vu moments, friends. In past, of anything to do with markets and stuff, when there are these really unique paradigm-changing events, you have like this doubt that appears straight away. You're like, no way. Friends, it's literally like if UFOs just come and landed on the White House, like publicly, and they're like, hey, let us speak to the people on your television. You know, like if it actually happened, you'd be like, okay, Let me just take 5 minutes to process this. Just in case, like, let me check the calendar date. Is it April Fool's? No. Okay. Is everyone playing a prank on me, right? You think about that stuff, but those are the ones that end up being real because they're so shocking. That's actually what I did with this when I came to here. So we have Mr. 99 Capital doing these really extremely detailed on-chain stuff. Friends, look, by the end of it, it'll make sense, okay? And just to let you know, Richard can literally tell you that he likes pDAI when it's 99 cents. And he says, hey, you got to buy it under $1. He could do that. He could do that, okay? He could do that. We'll see. In other news of the day, friends, Donald Trump's biggest holding is confirmed to be Ethereum, which is extremely critical going into the 2025 bull market year. The president of USA's biggest holding is Ethereum. I haven't heard that type of language out here. So I propagate, friends, I'm going to propagate this into the universe now, manifest it for us, and it's going to make its way out into the Fox News and all the other news streams and stuff. Yeah, his biggest holding is Ethereum. That's it. His biggest holding is Ethereum. Some people say his favorite token, pretty much. His favorite crypto, it's Ethereum. This will, I think, permeate through all these other ETF buyers and everything else out here. And of course, but look, Ethereum's still in third cycle curse. Okay, it is. But third cycle curse doesn't mean you don't have a cycle. You still have a cycle. It's just the cycle's just not as kind of like what you really wanted. You know what I mean? This doesn't get there. But don't worry, we're still going to win. As I mentioned before, PEPE surpassing 10 billion market cap. So still believe in Landwolf 615, friends. If you're looking at these strong coins going up with the lens of, oh, it's too high. Well, I'll just tell you now, we are now on week 1 of the others BTC. Okay, literally week 1. So if you want to, if you want to know, hey, Sammy, how many weeks? It was 100 days, right? It was literally 100 days. But look at this, friends, 100 days to go up, 90 days. And it didn't actually start getting exciting until April. It was this move, okay? So actually, it was pretty much April, started getting exciting here, and into April, and there you go, it's pretty much over. All right, so you have the 50 days. So look, if this goes for 100, or it was 50 days from today, let's just have a check. Yeah, maybe it starts getting exciting end of January, the second half of January. Look, I'm just telling you now, okay? Everyone's got their theories, and yes, I watch all mainstream KOLs. Not sure if all of you know, you're all bearish as hell. You all think that the crowd expects an extended cycle. No, they actually don't. How I know this is all of you are skeptical. All of you say the cycle is going to finish early in first half of 2025. All of you are saying that. And it's okay. Maybe you have a big wave 1 and there's a correction and stuff, but they're just letting you guys, they're all actually saying that. I can't, that's why, friends, markets are a moving target. I was skeptical the whole time. I've been saying the whole time, you know what? We might not get the full 4-year cycle. It's going to trick everyone. Everyone knows. Now that we've approached it, I know, and I just go, wait a minute. My view's consensus now. You see? I hope you're learning in this. You get to see this in real time. Okay, so you have to understand when your consensus, because it's a very delicate skill to have in markets where you think of an idea and you're early, so you want to hold on to it. It happens to me all the time, okay? Think of an idea, hold on. I'm not making bets and stuff all the time on these, but on some of these, think of an idea, and then people adopt it because you get this ego thing. Your human emotions are people are listening to me. People are adopting my philosophy and how I think about stuff. Yeah, but you have to be fast. Not you have to be fast, but you have to be willing to let it go. Okay, you have to be willing to, what they say, change your mind. But I don't change your mind. You change your mind every 15 seconds. I don't like thinking like that. But you have to be willing to understand that the pendulum, it's swinging. And when too many people are on your side of the boat before the event happens, you really have to conceptualize in your mind the concept of basically risk reward and what that means. So if what I'm telling you now, if people are locked into the mindset that first half of next year is the end of the whole cycle, what does that mean? Does that mean that they're all in right now and they're going to be selling and cheating? Yeah, it could mean that. It could mean as well that even though others BTC goes up, because everyone thinks it ends here, the whole cycle ends here, it could mean, friends, that we don't actually have that big peak, but we just come back down. It could mean that. That'd actually be better, because in the midst of this chaos, okay, where we never really go as high because everyone thinks it's over, right? that might be either another buying opportunity, or it's just like it's more fuel for us to stay long. And then obviously, like, you know, the simulation riders will basically probably bring something out into the second half of next year, which makes them all think that cycle's broken now. Okay, so that's a very, very strong possibility. You know, Bitcoin goes up, whatever, everything comes down. They're like, oh crap, cycle's over, and then something comes out at the end of the year. So also remember, in a bull market, friends, look, crypto is changing your life. We've got 500 million people in. It's a lot, but it's not everything. There are 500 million people joining. Okay, so for every smart, in-tune person, there's a dumb person to match them. Think about it like that. For a smart, I mean experienced person. And dumb person as in, yeah, someone with low financial IQ who's coming in. Yeah, they want to top blast top of everything in like 6 months. So that you don't get that in the stock market, okay? In the stock market, everyone in the world knows about the stock market. The trillions of dollars are already in. You're only getting a 10% growth rate. You're not having like an enormous amount of retailers coming, and they can't even push the prices up in the stock market anyway, because S&P 500 is like 45 trillion in size. So that's why on one hand, you're like, wait, a lot of people know about the cycle. But on the other hand, you're like, man, but we're moving in a lot of inexperienced people still. Okay, and that's something you and I have to manage completely. Those inexperienced people, it's kind of funny, man. They never learned. That's what my whole dark prophecy was. Well, if everything in the cycle plays out the same, all those inexperienced people will be buying in 2024. Did they do it? No, they didn't. The Bitcoin dominance just flipped red, as I showed you. Right here, like it literally just flipped red, which is just like you would think, okay, they gave you the Bitcoin ETF, we had memes, Solana, Bitcoin dominance couldn't flip red, not a single one, not a single time. Look, it really means people are sheep. The crowd is sheep. It's like it's preordained. It's destiny. The crowd is they're destined to get destroyed. Like cattle to the butcher's house, man. It really is true. It had every single piece of data and evidence telling you that the cycle is repeating every single step of the way. They gave us a Bitcoin ETF, friends. They even gave us the Ethereum ETF. The Ethereum ETF couldn't even make the Bitcoin dominance go down. It's like no matter what the news is, we are strapped into this 4-year cycle. No matter what the news is. And just to remind you, what is the 4-year cycle, friends? It's the 4-year government debt rollover cycle. That's why. Every 4 years, they have to print they've got a big debt to pay off, so they print more money in one credit card, they use it to pay the other credit card, and they roll it over. Okay, that's the actual real 4-year cycle. It's not Bitcoin halvening. So, you get to tell you, man, we are all addicted to the money printer. That's it. We're all addicted to the money printer. If the money printer goes off, you can't even price that in. If the money printer goes on, you can't even price that in. People, they need it there. It must mean that our emotions are all in sync and they are tied together. It must mean that. And we already know that, okay? Because if they print money, we all feel good, okay? You can't price in that, oh, I'm going to feel good in the future. I'm going to feel bad in the future. Humans, we do a very terrible job about that today. That's why the market price today is how everyone feels. And that's why, obviously, you're trying to play for an emotional change in the future of the crowd. Like if you're sad today, maybe be happy in the future. That's buying the depression, selling euphoria. But still, the crowd, they can't do that. They'll never be able to do that. So we're pretty much locked into this for the foreseeable future. Now, I found this interesting, friends. The US Treasury has compared Bitcoin to gold. And this means the Bitcoin narrative in 2025 will be centered around flipping gold. So obviously, that's my interjection here. Friends, I told you the whole game is compared to the bigger guy on top to make you look cheap. All right, that's the whole game. So if you look at these companies, you guys should go global ranking of assets, and then you have gold sitting up here, 17 trillion. You have Bitcoin up here. So friends, the Bitcoin guys, they're always going to see we're cheaper than gold. We're cheaper than gold. We're going to flip gold, and they're trying to get that money to rotate in. They're trying to get it to rotate in. By the way, yeah, we are going to flip gold. We are going to flip gold. Gold, friends, I don't know if you guys know, but you know half of the world, the bid and offer for gold in local stores, it's a 50% spread. So if the price of gold is like 2,500, okay, if you want to sell it to most merchants in like India and stuff out here, you have to sell it for $1,875. You have to pay it down. And if you want to buy it, like it's just ridiculous, man. The spread's just ridiculous. Like after all this time, it's pretty much it's gonna get crushed by Bitcoin. And we'll actually see a lot of the big money rotated in as well. Like if I had a pile of gold, I would obviously wouldn't. We just rotate all of it into BTC. But it'd be wise for someone. Let's say they had like people got out there got $1 million of gold. You should rotate like 20% into BTC. You should have like 80-20 to do that. Like, but they might learn the hard way. We'll see. And this narrative thing is important because as I conceptualize 2025, and I'm thinking like, who's going to be buying at $269,000? Well, now you know, man. Now you know, friends. Believe in something. Yeah, these people are going to believe that Bitcoin flips gold. Well, I hope it does, bro, but probably not this cycle. I mean, I hope it does, but you just don't know. That's why around here they're going to say, look, man, you could just see it. You know, like just imagine the end of next year. I don't know, Bitcoin 300K, and there's countries. Imagine literally world governments come out and say, we are converting 5% of our gold reserve into Bitcoin, and then you just the Bitcoin maxis will just go absolutely wild, friends. They'll go absolutely wild. They'll come out, tag Peter Schiff, they'll mog him, they'll mog everybody, and they'll do all the math formulas, and they bring it out. And they go, oh, if these governments are rotating 5% of their gold into Bitcoin, they'll probably have like, oh, Bitcoin should go to X price, and X price is obviously going to be like, oh, it's $980,000, but the current price is 300. You know what I mean? They're not going to be looking at that we started from 15. They're looking at, oh, there's a new news event up here, which I'll show you now. There's a new news event. This is obviously a hypothetical, yes. A new occurrence has occurred in the universe, and now this is telling me we're going higher. I hope something like that happens, and maybe if you and I think hard enough, we can manifest it. Because that's like such a perfect thing where you just sit there and you're like, all right, I can understand why you're convicted, because what they'll say to you and me is they'll say, well, you in your 4-year cycle didn't accommodate for a government, a series of countries rotating their gold into Bitcoin, did you? And I'll tell you, well, part of the cycle forces tell me that I don't even need to know that. I don't even need to think about something like that in terms of being worried about that. It's you that should be worried. So you should be worried if you're long up here. So just think about that. And look, yeah, I'm letting you guys know now. If you're long altcoins when Bitcoin's 300K, you are long Bitcoin at 300K. Just to let you know. Okay, so we're clear on that. Now, check this out, friends. This is a PEPE with a hammer, a very, very useful hammer. The only person who should ever be 100% maxi is a coin founder. Okay, everyone else is a tool for adoption. If you're in 1 out of 100 people who are holding the winning unicorn for the next 10 years, you're also good. So you can be a maxi of that one thing because you're in the forever unicorn, okay? The other 99 people won't be. That is statistically what it's like in crypto and everyone else holding coins and everything out here. So it helps. You got to watch my videos. I mean, like at this point, I'm not going to give everyone like a 4-hour essay again. Like you got to watch my videos. If you're not watching my highest value content in crypto, okay, you're going to get destroyed because I'm still seeing comments. People have no idea why crypto even has value. They don't understand. It's literally the people in the network who refuse to leave. That's it, okay? The community is the asset, not the code. We know this from Metcalfe's law. All of these things are networks. You get it. It has nothing to do with PE, nothing to do with your theories or this code or the inflation rate, nothing, okay? Everything has to do with the people in the network, and if they decide to stay, that's it. The thing has value. We got it from Doge, we got it from PEPE, we got it from Ethereum, from Bitcoin. Everything follows Metcalfe's law, even things without them, friends. Even stuff with absolutely no code whatsoever. That's the way that has been, that's the way like the crypto mindset and stuff values things. And it's digital real estate, okay? So it's not like stocks, you know, PE and earnings and stuff. Like if you buy all the coins in a network, what can you do with it? Nothing, okay? You're buying it at like a discount price. Okay, everyone sells you 99.9% of the coin supply. Okay, what happens from that point? Nothing. No. You still have to do the work after that, okay? But if you buy all company stock, all right, now you own the company. The company's already running itself pretty much, okay? So that's something to think about. There's this difference in that. It's more like owning digital real estate, yes? What does a piece of grass do? Nothing. What does this empty block of land do? Nothing. Okay, but it's just, it's real estate in a city with other people, and more eyeballs are there, more people want to be around there, it naturally gets value, which is the most fascinating thing of all. Once you start to see crypto as digital real estate, everything starts to open up. And also helps to keep an open mind, friends. I mean, like, it's just, man, it's just amazing. Like, okay, pDAI hitting 3.2 cents. Look, friends, I'm holding everything else. I love all the other coins, friends. You got the MOG, even like Peach, Orange Man Good, Pika. Friends, all these other coins out here, DickWifButt, they're not going away anywhere. Just so everyone's clear, just let me tell you what happened last time, okay? pDAI went up, and then it started distributing here. In this month, we had the first old season pop-off memes for PulseChain. Now, no one knew, hey, let's declare meme coins. It's just people got a hunger for like HOA, which is tanking. It busted like 10 or 11x. I think around that time, Mark Cuban, funny enough, I think he blocked Orange Gooey. He blocked 10 gang guys. And then that sent it up like 10, 11x. pDAI went up some more. And then it started distributing again. Right? And then it went up some more, started distributing again. There was like these 3 mini waves. Okay? The pDAI move here is so aggressive and so big that it will eventually stop. It will eventually stop. And during that time period, mindshare just distributes out here. Things start to reprice, okay? Look, is it going to happen again? I don't know if it's going to happen again, but just pDAI's a speed, dude. pDAI's a speed. A lot of people asking me, hey, should I buy this or pDAI or this or pDAI? Look, do whatever you want, man. Just what do you think Richard Hart would say to you on stream 4 years ago if you asked him on stream, hey, Richard, there's a Hex derivative out there, and apparently, like, it can go up more than Hex. What should I do? Should I buy it? What do you think he's going to tell you? He's going to say, go after the main goose. Go after the golden goose first, okay? And he'll tell you after that, don't touch anything else. But I'm telling you, man, you have to secure this, friends. You have to secure that stuff first if you're going to participate. Don't try to be that overly smart guy trying to, like, throw stuff on the sides when it comes to like a first cycle unicorn narrative like this, with like with a thesis like so crisp and so clear. Like I'll be honest, I've never in my life seen a more clear and crisp thesis like this. Okay, ever. It is like, and I mean, when I mean clear or crisp, it's not for me. It's for the normie retailer, new person coming in. It is so easy. They know what a stablecoin is. They know what $1 means. Okay, they know what it is. We already breached 1 cent. Like it's Doge $1 hopium levels. It's SHIB $1 hopium levels. Like, look what we're talking about, man. We're talking about the king of king memes in crypto, and Richard Hart is like right up there with it. And you have a chance to get in now. Like, they already happened. You know, I can cite them. That's why, friends, this is an anomaly. Okay, so look. I know a lot of you guys, some of you get a bit skits whenever I say it can go to 0. And yes, I've got to repeat to you, it can go to 0, dude. We can wake up tomorrow, one of the guys with 100 million just smacks it down. Low liquidity is the feature, though. So, I mean, like, oh, man, it's beautiful to see these things start to play out in real time. Having some fun here as well. Coinfessions. I saw a pump fund with serious potential. The dev bottled it, and I decided to pay a DEX and run a community takeover with no prior experience. It's completely flopped right now, and I put my girlfriend's birthday money into it. Don't worry, brother. She's going to have another birthday next year. Ah, man, having fun in Rugland. This is the experience of most people. So what actually happens is, do you know what community takeover means? You know what it means, friends? It actually means this group of people, okay, they have long-term mindset. On average, all right? However, because the dev is a stinky little 12-year-old fat kid, a little G, and there's too many ruggers and just evil scammers on the chain, they're all getting rinsed. So basically, they're trying to look for a wife in a strip club, okay? So basically, they're dating a stripper for like, 45 minutes to tip in her, and then she's like, you know what? I've actually got to go hang a dump in the dunny, and I've got another client over there. He just tipped me $500. You only gave me $350. I'm out of here. Okay, so in that moment, maybe you're a nice guy. Maybe you're like Shane Hart, Richard Hart's brother. Maybe you got the flowers out here trying to give her a rose. And in that moment, you're heartbroken, and you're thinking to yourself, man, like, I just want someone to be with me. And then obviously, what would you say to that guy? You would say, fix your posture, your elbows way too rounded, not pointy enough. Okay, and you probably don't have a squeaky chair. You're probably sitting on one of those brown tarnished chairs out there. So you'd obviously say to him, hey, you're looking in the wrong place, man. You're in the wrong place. That place is not for you. Right? It's the same thing when it comes to here with Pump Fund. All these people are there. They're like, hey, I want to get excited about something. Yeah, bro, like PulseChain's a blue ocean chain. You're witnessing it right now. Like, I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to show you it right now. Remember the Pokemon theme? Hey, Pokemon stuff. We love Pokemon themes. Here's Pika, okay? Wild pDAI is like overtaking the narrative and stuff out here. Remember, it's going to cycle around. There's still a strong, fierce community of believers in here. In DickWifButt, Orange Man Good, Mog, of course, Mog, yeah, Princess Peach, all the Tang Gang stuff. There's so many others as well, friends. 9inch, Paul Pleb, everyone they're still around. They still believe, okay? No one's like fully leaving. You get it? This is the place you want to be, man. And look, you don't have to be there. I'm just telling you, like, it's going to pump without you. I mean, look at everything else in crypto. Everything else is pumped without you, right? So these people are they're looking for the wrong place. They're looking for a wife in a strip club, and like they don't have anybody to show them the way. It's not that like they're rejecting PulseChain. It's just that they don't know. That's why send them one of my videos. So I've got to tell them, hey, you're in a red ocean area. You're literally swimming with sharks. That's why you are not even optimistic for the future. You keep getting rugged. We are in like this beautiful garden of like all these strong believers. It's a descendant from the cult personality from Richard Hart, man. People have a long-term mindset here. And it's very controversial because Richard, when he was promoting to all these people, he was a one coin kind of guy. Now, we kind of have to like accept this reality of the world where there's multiple coins out here. So the marketplace will eventually figure it out. But yeah, that's the world we're now living in. And you got to think about the stuff it's been able to do with all the gatekeeping as well. But they're not going to believe it until the prices are higher. How much higher, you say? Well, let's just have some fun with some charts. Also, just so that everyone in PulseChain community know, friends, trust me, I've got a list of like 50 to 100 PulseChain altcoin meme coins we can go through. This pDAI, it's a spear, bro. Like, you gotta understand what's going on. You have to focus on this for now. And then once it starts to distribute and the stuff goes on, because like, it's so critical. Like, it's so critical to PulseChain reaching these higher prices that it deserves so much time and attention, okay? I know a lot of people just think it's guessing, but it's not. It's up. Once I could see the Hyperloop, I could see incentive token, I can see the farms and the bridge. Once I could actually see it in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's how we trap the whole world to buying 100x higher, okay? That's exactly what you want. By the way, that's what Richard wants, okay? Richard's a warlord, friends. He wants that. So, look, think about this, okay? Richard's a conqueror, okay? I'm sure someone sent this out. Maybe he's watching right now. Okay, so friends, Richard is a conqueror. He is a warlord, okay? Now, warlords of today, friends, they don't have mighty weapons like Spoonie, okay? They don't, okay? I've got Spoonie. Spoonie's with me. Warlords in crypto, they operate differently. How does Richard operate? How Richard operates is, simply put, I am going to pump this price chart so stupidly high that I will willfully trap so many new people in here, and it is the equivalent of, like, you know, Genghis Khan and all the other, like, you know, ancient China and like just ancient empires, friends. You know, they'd like conquer a land. They'd go rape the women. They'd steal all the treasure. They'd kill the men, and they'd do that, and they'd kill the men and their firstborn children. Do this, yes. What we're seeing, this Hyperloop and crypto network effects, because remember, you're gaining digital real estate, right? So it's not like real real estate, but gaining digital real estate. One, if he's able to do this, I want you to know that even if it drops 98%, he wins. Okay, so I need you to understand it. Once I finally figured that out, I'll go, oh my gosh, Richard doesn't see a 98% drop as a loss. Okay, he sees it as a win because we went so far up. We got so many people in, friends. Have you ever seen that GIF of a giant whale just scooping up fish? It's this picture, friends. This is a giant whale's mouth scooping up all that fish. You see that? Yes, that's what he's doing. And once I saw that, I could actually like feel it and I could see it. I'm like, oh, that is, I never thought about that. That is actually the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Because, think about it, okay? People, friends, look, what actually happens is people who buy much higher, yes, you think they're trapped. And you know they're trapped, okay? But it's a cycle. If it comes back down, all these people, yeah, half of them, they sell, they quit, they rage. But you keep half. You keep half and they join you. You see? It's kind of like you go take over this whole village. Maybe you don't kill all the men. You know, half the men, they're like, hey, do you want to convert over? No? Okay, sweet. You're dead. Jump off the cliff. You guys, they're like, you know what? Well, I had nothing else going for me anyway, so I guess I'm on your team now. Okay, and then they become the new propagators for mindshare creation in the next cycle. All All right. Once you understand this, you will then truly understand why Richard's grand plan is to pump this as ridiculously high as possible. In fact, you might say, hey, are there any examples of this? Yes. Hex, friends, hit 55 cents. I mean, like, friends, Hex went so far above its what we would call fair value that it's ridiculous. Like, what would I say Hex's fair value for 2021 was? I believe, friends, it was probably around here. Probably around 5 to 10 cents. Maybe just say 10 cents, okay? Let's just say, if you want to have fun with it, 5 cents. So he literally sent it up 10 times higher than it should have been. 10 times, okay? And here you are right now. Is anybody talking about a 10-cent Hex target? No, that's like a little milestone step. We're all talking about 50 cents or $1. You see? So when I look into the future of these charts, I see giant moves. And I see everyone thinking it's over in the first bull wave at some point, and then something like a shock move happens. What's that shock move? It could be that pDAI thing. I don't know. I see something like that, this comeback king return. If you're looking at the PHEX price chart, 2.8 cents. Here are the 5 and 10 cent marks we've got to get. I've just got $1 up here. We've got many milestones to achieve. The combined Hex price is at 3.6 cents as well. Wow, it's actually making new highs. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And if you're curious as well, friends, so you have incentive token around $3.94. Hopefully it goes up to this big extension, couple of $100. Remember, it's like, he's a warlord. Okay, Richard is a warlord. Warlord, friends. Okay, they conquer land. They don't go to the like landowners and go, "Hello, good sir. Would you like to trade some flowers for some wheat and some squeaky chairs?" He doesn't go do that. He says, "Listen, Spoonie's coming for your throat unless you surrender right now." What's it going to be? That's what they do, okay? You conquer. That's why people bet on him, by the way. That's like, in business world, it's entrepreneurial. You're grabbing market share, friends. So you got to think of like mindshare and stuff out here. It's like piles of gold out there in the world. Once you occupy someone's brain, you got it, friends. Look at the media and stuff. The government already knew this, like, decades ago. Once you occupy someone's brain in crypto, yeah, you got the branding. Coca-Cola understands this. Amazon understands this. Goggle understands this. Tim Apple understands this. Everyone understands that's marketing and branding. You have to fill their head with the message. They have to think about it all the time. That's also why, friends, Richard Hart designed Hex with this mechanism. You ever wonder why, if you forget to end stake, you start losing part of your principal every week? You ever wonder why? It's because Richard doesn't want you to free ride off the mind share of future people if you forget about it. That's why. He literally said on stream, he goes, "I don't want people to come in like 10 years, make a shitload of money, and they contributed nothing. And they just forgot about it. They just woke up one day. He goes, I don't want that. Go stuff yourself." And it was so controversial at the time. But I looked at it, I was like, wow, I've never heard anybody talk like that. In terms of like, no, screw you. In Bitcoin's more like very like, like, oh, you hodled and you discovered stuff and it's okay, but like there's no like real game theory behind it. That's why Richard really says, man, this is a better Bitcoin, dude. This is literally, it's forcing you to think about it. Okay, I have the EHEX price chart here. If you want to have some fun, friends, look at the EHEX PHEX ratio. It's at 0.19. I would love, personally, BankX just whack themselves out. It comes near zero. I would love that. They're distributing slowly. I don't know where this thing's going to go. Well, look, man, if PulseX to Pulse is going to hit parity, if everything else hits parity, I wonder if EHEX PHEX hits parity at the end. Wouldn't that be an amazing story to tell? You have Icosa and everything else still grinding along here, waiting for everything to wake up. Don't forget, friends, look, most importantly, man, like just, it could be as left curve as this. Donald Trump's biggest holding is ETH. Okay, is his biggest holding. He's got ETH and then wrapped Ethereum, you see? Trog guys just sent him coins. They sent him Trump. So it's just wild, man. He's got his biggest holding is ETH. I wonder how far that'll take us in 2025. Interesting, all right? Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you in the next one.